Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a double feature, but the first one here is going to be Darius up against Sorsha at 45 points. Alright, so we're getting some league games in. Right now we're at the 45 points. The mission we got is the one where you have to control the far zone 2 times in order to win. And what I have for my side is, of course, Darius. I have the Stormwall. I have Old Rowdy, Centurion, Hammersmith, free little half-jacks. I have the Sentinel, and then I have a Stormcaller. And then I'm up here against, like I said, Sorsha. He has the whole Flame Guard there with UA on the left. He has a Rax going out. He has the Knights Errants up front, 2 Castigators, that other Jack there. There's a Vassal, the Choir, and a Book. So really what comes down to this is I'm pretty sure I won't be able to get any shots against him, but whatever. I should be able to get up, beat up his guys. If the biggest problem I'm going to have is dealing with this infantry to begin with, but once I go and chew through them, I think I can grind him down. So I get first turn, and most of it's normal. Pretty much the only thing I want to say about this here is that in the games before, I've been kind of stupid. You know, I want to put Fortify on the Centurion, but then I'm just putting out Focus so different jacks can run. And it wasn't until today I realized, why am I not just casting full throttle so that I'm doing either equal or less focus so that everything can run anyway? So that's what I have going now. His turn 1, just moving up. He has Lamentation and Defender's Ward up on his Errants in the front there. But one thing he didn't do, actually, he decided to run up his Choir. He had a little bit of a mess up of activations, and so I can actually shoot his jacks this turn. So that's going to be nice. Some of his shooting puts some of my jacks on fire, but really it doesn't matter. So this turn, I'm really just going up and being careful, turning some of my guys into bombs. I have the field up on the Centurion, so he can't charge me. I have the thing on Old Rowdy, where if he hits me, I'll get to hit you back. I put down 2 counter fire or cover fire templates on the side to stop the Flame Guard from running up, and then I shoot 2 shots into the Castigator. But one of the things that I did kind of foolish here is I didn't actually give him any focus to boost, so I did some damage, but it probably should have been a lot more. So his turn, he moves up. Pretty much the biggest thing he does in this turn is just gets in position with his jacks. He's able to kill my Stormcaller, and he did quite a bit of damage to my one Sentinel. He shot, he used the Vassal to shoot again, and yeah, he was pretty much screwed up, and also he killed the half-jack with that. My turn 3 then, I just want to really start grinding him stuff down, but man, it just did not work well at all. That Defender's Ward meant that I almost hit nothing, and in the end, I just kept on using Jackhammer to buy attacks, and I just could not hit. So in the end, between Old Rowdy and a couple of shots, I killed I think 3 of them or something, but it was really pretty disappointing. I even shot out a pod there, and I just can't roll high enough then to get past the armor. His turn 3, this was kind of interesting. He didn't really do damage to the ones I expected him to do damage to, and then he went and destroyed other stuff I didn't expect him to go after. So, I really thought his Castigators, which he went with +2/+2 from the Choir, were going to hop over and start just wailing on my guys. And then I thought on my turn I'm going to feat and fix them up. Well, the thing is that he had a little bit of troubles getting over the fence and putting them where he wanted them to, so he just kind of one up to engage the Hammersmith. The other guy there took a shot at my Sentinel, and between the 2 shots was able to destroy it in the 2 half-jacks. So whereas I thought my frontline jacks are going to be the ones that are damaged, they're pretty much all perfect, and it's my Sentinel and half-jacks that are gone. So that's kind of interesting, but the big thing I love seeing here is I can finally do a cool thing with the Hammersmith, where I'm going to go after the Jack there, combo smite, throw him over the Vassal and Sorsha, and then just follow up and kill him. So we'll see how that goes, because he's also with the Book. He's not going for no knockdown. He's going for flaming attacks. I guess it probably is one thing where in normal games he really likes it, but against my Jacks it's not really helping him. So my turn 4, I really think this is going to be the caster kill, so really all I need to do is I have the Stormwall go over and do a power attack to do like the super punch to the one Castigator in front of me, and that's just so I don't have to eat that one free strike, and then the Hammersmith goes over, eats 1 free strike, and does his thing. Well, it all is going to plan, except when I rolled against the Vassal for the damage, it wasn't enough. So really, I had to stop at him that was really it. But the thing is that I screwed up is I forgot that for his combo smite, you actually add the strength of the weapon to it. So it would have worked, but unfortunately, the way it worked here, it's not done. And now I'm in a terrible position. From Jackhammer, I was able to finish off the Castigator, and then Darius is just basically backing off. But yeah, definitely really dropped the ball here, just really because I didn't know I had the extra 5 strength or whatever it is. So his counter, he comes up, he does a little bit of damage to Darius, stands up with Kreoss, moves away. Yeah, the Centurion's destroyed, Rowdy's taken some damage, but he stayed within range for the Stormwall, so I'm pretty sure I can just finish off Kreoss that way. And that's what I do. I just go and I pump my focus into him and make sure I boost a hit, and boom, he's dead. So victory to Darius in this first game. Man, I just really botched that one first kind of assassination. But the biggest thing that I learned here is, getting past that defender's ward without boosting is a real pain. But let's get to this next game as well. So this next game that I was going to go into here, it was up against this guy that just moved in. He's here to go to university. I've just kind of joined in with the league. I know he's been doing really well, but I have no idea how he's going to play, and it turns out he's Retribution with Kaelyssa. As far as the names of all of his units and stuff, I don't know most of them, and that's going to be one of the things going into this game, where I know what some of his stuff does, but the biggest thing I was worried about was his feet, and then when I heard it just gave stealth, I'm not too worried about that, because most of my stuff is combat anyway. So what I'm really hoping to do here is get into a position where I can just go up, beat down his jacks, and then he won't be able to do enough damage to me, and I can just grind him down or go for a scenario win. So I have first turn, and just kind of like last time, it's the same thing. Fortify and Crane onto the Centurion, everything running up. And then his turn 1, this is when I knew I was going to be screwed. I mean, he had said from the beginning that this list was actually undefeated in the league so far. I mean, he's only done a few games, but I mean, that's obviously something you have to respect. And what he does is he arcs through the Phoenix to put on feedback onto my Stormwall, and then his guys there just go behind the tower. They kind of be able to shoot through it, and they just start plinking damage. He actually rolled fairly poorly and didn't get as many as he should have, but man, I've already taken some damage, and what this means is that even if I protect the Stormwall, he can just pick on any jack he wants, and those guys can just shoot it. So I'm going to have to be very careful here, and I think my only chance is to get up into his face. I have to destroy the Phoenix, and then be in a spot where I can try and go for a caster kill or something. So my turn 2 then, and for a while I was even just thinking I'd just be shooting Kaelyssa, but she's pretty much sitting on all of her focus. So what I do, because I need to get these templates down to keep these weapon masters away, is I just kind of move up with Stormwall, shoot off some shots, put down the templates. They don't really do too much. I actually screwed up here. I should have faced the Phoenix so that both could have shot him, and then started using Jackhammer, just starting to punch him. And it just wasn't enough. I just had a big trouble trying to hit him, and in the end I got rid of his field and arc node, but it isn't enough. I needed him dead and out of the way, and meanwhile Rowdy's going around to try and be trouble to make sure they can't just hide behind the tower. His turn 2, he switches over feedback after he does a bunch of damage to my Stormwall onto Old Rowdy, and so after that he's able to destroy Old Rowdy. My Darius is down to like 4 hit points at this point. He moves up Iris so that I can't allocate anything to the 2 jacks there, and he's also hit my Stormwall with a spell, so he can't get any focus. So I am just in a lot of trouble. If I don't win this next turn, I'm just going to get feedback to death, and the stuff that can actually do it for me can't get any focus. So what it comes down to then is just the Stormwall, me going up, feeding to fix it. He's going to be looking at Kaelyssa. I can at least aim, but I still need really high to hit, and I just fail for both. So, yeah. And for his part, I mean, just this little mage assassin or whatever you call it, just comes over and kills Darius, and that's it. But he could have killed me several ways. So there you have it, a win and a loss. And man, I hate feedback. You know, I know for most people, I mean, it really just, of course, only affects War Machine armies. But if I was a normal War Machine army where I only took one Jack, then I mean, I could hide that Jack away, or that's the one that could have the armor buff. But when you run this many Jacks, whichever one is your weakest one is going to be killing you. I mean, pretty much for the Sentinel, he had to just run away and stay away, because even at armor 18, he's the weakest one. And yeah, I mean, obviously having this guy here in the group, it turns out he's from the Grots. So I mean, with that group, they're all really strong, really good players. So no wonder he's so good. And so he's going to be a real worry. I'm not sure, now that he's kind of late, I'm not sure if he's going to make it to the playoffs, but yeah, definitely a real threat. And as far as Darius goes with a Stormwall, and it really only came in the one, so I had to feat and fix it, but at least now I know I should be doing full throttle, so I'm learning, and I'm getting better. And anyway, I hope you guys like watching it.